you've decided to get a home. What are the next steps? Stay tuned and we'll give you some quick tips on what you need to do when you're buying a home. Hi, this is Diana Hillis with the Hillis team at Windermere Prestige Properties, and I'm here with Linda Bertuzzi from Nova Home Loans, and we're going to talk about what steps you need to take when you decide you want to buy a home. Now, the first step from my perspective is you need to find a realtor. You need to find somebody who can help you go through the steps of the home buying process. In addition to possibly, if you don't already have a lender, giving you some recommendations from other clients that have used lenders and really liked them. So one of those lenders is Linda Bertuzzi from Nova Home Loans. And so Linda, my first thing when I get my client is to say, are you pre-approved? And so I kind of want to ask you about that process. So they need to go to a lender to get pre-approved. So I want to discuss the pre-approval and pre-qualification process.
Sure.
So if you can help me understand that.
So pre-qualification basically means maybe we pulled your credit, run the numbers, and said, yeah, you're ready to go. Hasn't been a lot of research into the actual pay stubs, bank statements, and things like that. So a pre-approval, especially Nova's philosophy about a pre-approval is the loan officer can do the pre-approval after reviewing all of your financials, especially if you're self-employed. We cannot issue a letter without your tax returns. It's just impossible. And once we've reviewed that information, run it through the automated underwriting system, we can issue a pre-approval. But Nova has a second step to that. We actually have the loan documents originated as a to-be-determined property, have the customer come and meet with our loan, I'm just going to call her a loan concierge, our loan coordinator, and sit down and go over through the loan terms, go through all of their financial documents, piece together anything that may be piecing, a copy of a check, an old pay stub, a year-end W-2, whatever that we need, divorce decree, things like that. Maybe we need 12 months payments on somebody else who's making a car payment that we don't want to count against you. They will walk them through that. So that's a pre-approval. They're pre-underwritten. They've been turned into processing while they're out looking for a property.
And as a realtor, the pre-qualification doesn't really do us any good from the perspective of someone selling a home wants somebody who's pre-approved. They want somebody that they know is going to be approved for that loan. And so when we turn in an offer on a property, those clients, those sellers are asking for that pre-approval, not pre-qualification.
Right.
And when it comes to a pre-approval like Linda is talking about, it's going to save, about a week on your closing time if you have a pre-approval that has gone through that extensive, I guess, information disclosure.
Yeah, it really does matter. And the other thing is, if you've got maybe a job gap coming in sooner than later, we know how long we need to fill that job gap before you can go buy. What if something pops up on your credit? It's going to take us 90 days to fix it that you didn't even know about.
Right.
So we want you to come in sooner than later and get that firm pre-approval. Maybe you need to save money, but you don't know if you qualify, even if you are saving the money. So it's good to have that done all up front.
I agree. I've had clients who are really excited about buying a home and then they have to wait, like you said, possibly 90 days, and it's kind of a downer. So it's nice to know in the beginning, before you start looking at homes, what you can be pre-approved for, that you're not going out to look at houses that are $400,000 when you're only pre-approved for $300,000. So it's nice to know that information, or vice versa. You might be able to buy more, whether you want to or not, and be pre-approved for more than you think.
And I'll just leave with one thought on that. I met a client through one of my agents, and they were pre-qualified for $180,000. They were pre-qualified, that's what they were told. And they couldn't find a house. They fired the realtor, went to a different agent. Turns out the realtor I was working with that day, and we just are closing on their house for $230,000.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
We did verifications of employment before they ever went out and bought, just to make sure everything was solid for them.
Oh, I'm so glad you shared that. I think that's important information.
It is.
Thank you so much. This was good information.